3 dead are identified in a double murder-suicide. San Antonio's mayor searches for a way forward on newly passed city manager constraints. And a San Antonio coach resigns as his former school probes decades-old allegations. This is your Express Briefing podcast for Thursday, November 8th. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts. And get each day's top news and sports headlines delivered to your inbox at expressnews.com/newsletters. A family dispute led to a shooting that left 2 sisters dead, 1 woman injured, and the apparent suicide of their attacker. Wednesday, the Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office identified the dead as 19-year-old Alexander Hyde and sisters Delma Luann and Cassandra Ann Pareda. The 3 were found shot to death just after 4 p.m. Tuesday at a home in the 10,300 block of Cone Hill. Preliminary information from a police report shows Tuesday a call from a neighbor about shots fired led San Antonio police to the residence. When officers arrived, they heard someone inside the house calling for help and forced their way in to find a man and 2 women dead and a wounded 52-year-old woman who was taken to University Hospital where she remained in critical condition Wednesday. Investigators say that Hyde came to the home unannounced and shot all 3 women before turning the gun on himself, with a recent family argument having caused the suspect to become disgruntled over the last few days. The day after voters sent a stark message that they're unhappy with San Antonio's city manager, Mayor Ron Nirenberg resolved to, quote, find a path forward in a new political landscape where attracting the best candidates to run the city will be more difficult. There were no clear answers Wednesday about the immediate impact of Proposition B, which will limit the salary of future city managers to 10 times that of the city's lowest paid full-time employee, which currently would mean $312,000, and will place an 8-year term limit on the position. But already it appears there's some wiggle room, as City Attorney Andy Segovia believes the limit refers to a city manager's base salary, leaving the door open for negotiating benefits beyond that base. City Manager Cheryl Scully declined to lay out what she sees in her future as the city's chief executive, noting in an exclusive interview with the San Antonio Express News, that's a, quote, conversation to have with the mayor and city council. Approved by more than 59% of voters in Tuesday's election, Proposition B widely was seen as a referendum of Scully, though the measure will not apply to her. Some 54% of voters rejected another proposition that would have made it easier to overturn council decisions, and a slim majority approved an amendment handing unilateral authority to the San Antonio Professional Firefighters Association on deciding if and when to enter binding arbitration. And a former Providence Catholic school teacher and coach, accused of sexual misconduct there by several former students, has resigned from another school, Holy Cross of San Antonio. Ruben Calderon worked at Providence from the late 1980s to mid-1990s, and then went to Holy Cross, where he was listed as a physical education instructor on the school's website, and according to San Antonio Express News archives, was the girls' volleyball coach. Holy Cross principal Renee Escobedo says the school placed Calderon on administrative leave on October 13th, after officials there learned about the accusations at Providence. Calderon then resigned effective Tuesday. In an email to alumni this week, the all-girls school said it had hired an outside investigator and notified local law enforcement and the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services about the allegations immediately after receiving them. Calderon, whose lawyer declined to comment, has not been charged with a crime. And that's your daily San Antonio Express News briefing for Thursday, November 8th. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts.